Yeah, I have been through a lot, and I am happy about almost every minute of it. For example, I went to Mississippi in 1964. They were looking for self-contained acts, and that's what I was. I had a guitar, me and the guitar. So, boom, I was self-contained. And I went down to Mississippi. At the time, I drove a Rover 100 car. It was delphinium blue, had leather upholstery, broad loop floor covering, fruit wood, fruit wood dashboard and everything. Something told me I didn't want to drive into Mississippi with it. But at least with Massachusetts plates. So I drove to Georgia and stopped and got Georgia plates. And that was where I first went, oh, I'm in the South, because they were advertising a picnic where Governor Orville Faubus was going to speak, and they had a recording of him saying comments that he was going to make, I guess, and I will never forget it. It was a picture of him standing up there at a podium saying, I didn't mind when former President Kennedy called the Statue of Liberty Our Lady of the Harbor, but I'll be tired if we gonna call it Aunt Jemima. And everybody was, oh, yeah, yeah. So I said, oh, I'm in the South. So like, all right, tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. So all right, I get these plates, and I drive to Jackson, Mississippi, to report to where I was going to work, the Council of Federated Organizations, COFO, and it was on Lynch Street in Jackson, Mississippi. There's a couple of chuckles for you. So like, again, it was something that turned out to be one of the most exciting, wonderful, fulfilling parts of my life, because, we were there to change the lifestyle there, you know. But I loved it. First of all, the South is, you be walking down a road, you know, and people say, how do, you're talking, oh, how do, you know, everybody's, I had a house that the movement had rented in Tougaloo, Mississippi. It sounds like something that you say when you're going away, Tougaloo, Tougaloo, you know. Sitting on the porch, what happened was also, it was hot. It was hot, and I had gotten pericarditis. I had to go, so I had to sit around and recuperate. And I'm sitting on the porch of my little house in Tougaloo, and a lady that lived down the road, there were no sidewalks, the road, and there was an empty lot where she kept a cow. And before she went to work in Jackson, she would stop by in the morning and milk her cow. And I'm sitting on the porch looking at her, and we, as I said, they're friendly, and so the people there are very friendly. So she said, where are you from? Yeah, I know you didn't live around here, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking at her. She said, you never milked a cow before? And I said, no, I have not. She said, come on over here. So I had a stool. I'm sitting there. Cows smell. And they have these tails that, you know, they swish around you, oh, you know, it's all right, Sean. And the udder, which is down there, and the teats that they hang, you know. So I'm sitting on this stool, and you have to, you know. And I wasn't doing it right because the cow was saying, okay. So she said, no, and she's trying to show me how to do it. And she could play Dardanella on the pail. There's a technique. I got to say that actually seeing where milk comes from, it swore me off the drink for a while. I mean, you know, you don't want too much reality in life. But what I like, what I was supposed to do was I was supposed to go, there were several of us, we would go to different places, and everything took place in churches because you couldn't go anywhere. But at the churches, because they want you to love Jesus. So like, boom, you go to the church, and then I would sing a few numbers, folk songs I was singing, mostly spirituals and things like that have choruses. and the voices of the people were incredible. One time they had a revival meeting next to the house where I was living. Every woman in that choir was Aretha Franklin. I mean, they just sang so beautifully. So I mean, I loved this work. And all these meetings, after I would sing my little songs and everybody's friendly and everything, then the workers would step up and try to register the people to vote, because there were more black people than white people in Mississippi, and if you could register to vote, you could change things. They also had in Mississippi the White Citizens Council, the Ku Klux Klan, and the Society for the Preservation of the White Race. So a lot of people would say, when they were presented with a registration form, I think I'll ride this segregation thing till the wheels fall off. But it was really a wonderful, wonderful experience, because all these meetings would end with the freedom songs, and I loved that. And since you're here with me, sing a couple of them, Dooney. I ain't scared of your dog because I want my freedom, yeah, I ain't scared of your dogs because I want my freedom now. Ain't scared of Mississippi because I want my freedom, yes, I want my freedom. Ain't scared of Mississippi because I want my freedom now. That's why I say, oh, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom over me, and before I'd be a slave, don't you know I'd be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. I said, we shall not be, let me tell you that we shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water. Oh, we shall not be moved. It was so much fun. And I try not to say anything political from a stage anymore, because but one of the things that gets me about the climate of today, in the first place, I thought I was shot at in Mississippi. They shot my mother's darling child. They shot me, and because they were serious about it, and don't want to mix it. So anyway, what was different about the political climate then is that we were happy warriors. I mean, these songs that we were just singing together, there was a spirit that I don't see happening today, and it's kind of scary to me. But one of the things that buoys me up is I think that maybe it might come back, because at these meetings, we always ended with a song that became the anthem of the whole movement. You can sing with me. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I know that I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid.